Well, guys, Verdier here, heading off to Charlie's Honda to hopefully get the fuel pump done. As per the recall, I'm pretty exhausted. I pretty much blew my voice out just now, and we'll go from there. I'm not going to get into it. Using the self-driving technique on this road, it's a big enough, comfortable enough road at high speeds that using the water bottle works pretty well. So, as I said, this is my second run going to Charlie's to try to get the fuel pump done. They wouldn't originally do it because my 2 amps are connected to my back seat and they're all hooked up. And, well, I can't really blame them for this. They refused to do it because they didn't want to touch those amps. And I can understand that. It's, I mean, let's be honest. They're pretty expensive amps, all right. Just lost control there. Pretty expensive amps. And they didn't know how to fool around with it. And they didn't want to touch it. So I had to postpone the fuel pump changeover. Go to Adam, have them unhook the amps. Now we're going to go there and find out if they're going to do it this time. Now, getting into discussions about dealers and so forth, I got an email from another person who was interested in doing the changeover of the steering wheel to a heated steering wheel. Well, he had a lot of trouble. I think he went to more than one dealer, and all of them refused to do it. Citing bullshit like, oh, well, the airbag it may not be safe, the airbag may not go off properly, which is a load of 100% crap. The fact is, they don't want to do it. Now, I'm learning some interesting things about certain dealers. Now, one of my dealers here, Lee Honda, they were willing to do it. Move, bird! What's the matter with you? Oh, just hop right out of the way. Well, Lee Honda was very nice to do it. They had no problem with it because it's the same damn steering wheel that's on the car to begin with, except for changing the clock spring. And the only reason you have to change the clock spring is because there's a line going through for the heat. And you have to have that line going through a clock spring, and that line doesn't exist in the original hookup. So, he had no problem changing it. It's the same steering wheel otherwise. In fact, you're changing your airbag and all your buttons. All you're doing is taking the outside of the steering wheel and plugging in. As a idea, once I heard about this, I talked to Charlie's and I asked them, would you guys install a heated steering in my Honda Insight? And of course, the guy, he calls the technicians and say, oh, I got someone who wants to put the heated steering in the Insight. Well, needless to say, the Insight says it doesn't come with heated steering. And he said, well, it's not listed as something can be done, therefore they won't do it. And they're talking about, oh, we got to follow the rules.
Wi-Fi disabled.
Shut up. We got to follow all the rules and all that kind of stuff, and a lot of general horse shit. So my advice to you people, if you want to change your steering wheel, just take it to a freaking shop that can change steering wheels on cars. It's not that hard. It's a very basic changeover. It's basically just changing the clock spring and the steering wheel. They'll be using pretty much the rest of the same parts. You know, your luck with dealers may vary. I mean, I'm already getting this trouble with this dealer to do, you know, just getting my fuel pump done because the amps are away, which I understand, but still, the fact that I brought it back, I brought up the idea of changing to a heated steering, and they wouldn't do it because it's against the rules, leads me to believe that Charlie's Honda is not a place I want to do business with anymore. I'm thinking about sitting down with a service manager just to see what kind of mentality they have. I bought the car at Charlie's. I expect the place to work with me, not against me. I don't expect them to put, to do an LS engine swap on my car. But stupid things like putting a Honda part on a Honda car when it already has a plug under there for a heated steering wheel, even though they don't offer it officially, is ridiculous. So I think I'm gonna have a little sit down, if he has time, and talk to him. Hopefully they'll take it in with the amplifiers unhooked, as you see I was showing the video. I'm sorry this is all disjointed. I'm very tired. I will get back with you guys. I'm recording this through the camera in the car, the dash cam, which I will go over at some point. We did a partial install. I didn't didn't get much video on it, but whatever. It wasn't really on it. It's just a dash cam. And we'll leave it at that. I'll let you know how the install goes and what they have to say. And of course, the air conditioning is not making the crinkling noise today, so I can't show off the problem with the air conditioning. So I'm gonna have to go all out on that because I'm sick of it. All right, Verdier out. It's almost 4 o'clock. Went and picked up Ruby. Everything went well, and fuel pump recall has been completed. I got it there around 9 in the morning, and they called me around 12:30 to say it was done. To reiterate somebody else's comments, it smells a little gassy in the car. Almost like oil more than anything, but it is gas. Is it very bad? No. But it is gassy in here. And I guess you can't really be surprised considering we had to change. You got to change a fuel, so basically a fuel pump system, but fuel pump. But it's not too bad, and quite frankly, I don't really mind the smell of gas. Most people don't really mind it that bad, and seems like fine. Well, the car hasn't exploded yet, so I guess that's a good step in the right direction. Of course, the air conditioning decided not to make that freaking crinkly noise, so I couldn't show that to them. And everything just generally went pretty well. I was going to sit down and talk to their service manager concerning their attitudes towards the steering wheel, but, you know, fuck them. Why should I waste my time in that bullshit? You know, I mean, really, what's the freaking use? What's going to happen? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We got to follow the rules, and I don't need to hear that shit from anybody. So just to let you know, it's generally a painless thing. I find the best way to get it done, at least for me, is I have the Honda app on my phone, Honda Link. I don't know if you don't have full Honda Link capabilities when it comes to the EX series or the LX. Certainly not the LX, but the EX also doesn't have a lot of Honda Link capabilities. I don't know if it has any of them. I'm not sure. If you have the Honda Link app, my app told me that there was a recall. Then it asked me if I wanted to set up a schedule. I set up my schedule, which was a week later. I had to find out when I was off. Took it a week later, and Honda sent the part to the dealer. It seems to me that's probably the easiest way to make sure you can get your hands on this fuel pump, since it's a restricted and held back part that isn't available in general. I find that if you go to a dealership and you say, I want to get my recall done, generally they say, well, we could set up a fake, we could set up a general appointment so we can get it in the system, but we'll have to wait for the part to come, and they don't know when the parts are going to come. So that's basically, I think, using your Honda Link app on your cell phone is probably the best way to do this. It certainly worked fine for me, and it got me the pump within a week. So that's about as far as there's really much to say about this. All right, that's it for me. Verdier out.